High above the sleepy world, on a small floating island named Aethelgard, lived Flicker, a tiny Glimmerwing. Every morning before the sun fully peeked over the clouds, Flicker would flutter to their most cherished spot, a patch of sparkle dew berries. These weren't just any berries. They glowed with a soft, inner light, making Flicker's little nook feel like a secret starlit garden. Flicker loved to tend to these berries. They'd gently brush away stray leaves with their antennae and hum a quiet tune as they polished each tiny sphere. It was a peaceful routine, a quiet dance between Flicker and their glowing treasures. This patch was Flicker's pride, their special little corner of the world, and they liked to keep it just so. But one morning, as Flicker was enjoying the first, sweetest berry of the day, a peculiar shimmer caught their eye. Far in the distance, where the sky met the horizon, something seemed to be descending. It wasn't a bird nor a falling star, but a faint, wispy light drifting slowly towards Aethelgard. Closer and closer it came, until Flicker could make out its shape. A small, cloud-like creature, no bigger than Flicker's own head. It drifted silently, not flying with purpose, but rather floating as if carried by an invisible breath. It seemed to struggle, losing its wispy form slightly as it descended, landing softly near the edge of Flicker's berry patch. This was Whisp, a tiny pufflet, lost and far from its cloud family. It lay there, a soft, pale wisp of vapor, barely holding its shape. Flicker had never seen a pufflet before, especially not one so dim. A quiet, sad hum drifted from the little cloud, a sound that stirred a flicker of concern in Flicker's tiny heart. Whisp looked truly in need. Flicker wanted to help, but their first thought was of their berries. These were Flicker's special berries, carefully nurtured. They were meant for Flicker, for their quiet, peaceful mornings. To share them felt like letting go of a piece of their comfort, a piece of their routine. Flicker hovered, torn between their peaceful nature and the small pufflet's silent plea. Flicker, with a deep breath that made their tiny wings shimmer, decided to offer a small kindness. They carefully picked one of the less sparkly berries from the very edge of the patch, one that wasn't quite as round or bright as the others. "Here," Flicker whispered, pushing it gently towards Whisp with an antenna. "Perhaps this will help." Whisp stirred faintly, a tiny ripple passing through its cloud-like form. It absorbed the berry slowly, the faint glow of the fruit seeping into its vaporous body, but it wasn't enough. Whisp remained dim, its edges still fading, and the sad hum continued, a little softer this time, but still present. Flicker's heart sank a little. Flicker watched, noticing that Wisp's cloud-like body seemed to absorb the light of the berry, not just the pulp. It wasn't just hunger, it was a need for light, for the sparkle dew's inner glow. Wisp's little form was starting to look transparent, like mist about to disappear into the morning air. This was a deeper need than Flicker had realized. The best sparkle dew berries, the truly glowing ones, were Flicker's favorites. They tasted of sunshine and morning mist, and they made Flicker's own wings shimmer brightest. Giving those away felt like a huge sacrifice. Flicker knew what Wisp needed, but the thought of parting with their cherished berries was a heavy weight on their tiny wings. Finally, Flicker made another choice. Not the very brightest, but a noticeably better berry this time, one that pulsed with a gentle light. It was a small step, but it felt like a leap for Flicker. "This one is a little brighter," Flicker mumbled, pushing it towards Wisp. They still hoped Wisp might recover and leave, restoring Flicker's peaceful morning. As Wisp absorbed this second berry, a small, hopeful change occurred. A faint glow pulsed within its cloud-like form, and its edges seemed a tiny bit more defined. Wisp let out a soft, almost happy little puff of air. It was still weak, but the improvement was noticeable. Wisp then turned its gentle gaze towards the other, even brighter berries. Flicker realized Wisp wasn't just hungry. It needed the light, the very essence of the sparkle dew. The berries held a special kind of energy, a warm, pure glow that pufflets, delicate creatures of light and air, needed to survive. Flicker saw the yearning in Wisp's soft, cloud-like form. The berries weren't just food, they were a lifeline. Suddenly, a swift gust of wind, unexpected and quick, swept across the floating island. It whistled through the ancient roots, tugging at Flicker's wings and making the berry bushes sway wildly. Whisp, still weak and light as air, began to lift off the ground, drifting precariously towards the edge of Aethelgard. Panic flared in Flicker's chest. Without a second thought, Flicker darted forward, placing their tiny body between Whisp and the edge of the island. Their wings, usually so delicate, beat with surprising strength, creating a small, protective eddy of air. Flicker pressed close to Whisp, shielding the little cloud from the buffeting wind, holding them steady against the mossy ground. As the gust subsided, Flicker looked at Whisp, truly seeing the tiny, vulnerable creature. The berries no longer felt like a possession to guard, but a gift to share. Flicker gently nudged Whisp towards the heart of the patch, where the biggest, brightest sparkle dew berries glowed like tiny suns. "Take what you need, little one," Flicker whispered, their voice soft with newfound understanding. Whisp, understanding, drifted into the patch. It absorbed the glowing berries one after another, and with each one its form grew brighter, more defined, pulsing with a gentle inner light. Its edges became sharp, its vaporous body full and vibrant. The sad hum transformed into a joyous, soft chime, a melody of pure light and happiness. As Whisp absorbed the last berry, glowing brightly, Flicker noticed something else. A faint, shimmering trail of light, barely visible at first, extended from Wisp's now vibrant form, stretching out into the morning sky. It wasn't just Wisp's own glow, but an echo, a subtle path that seemed to lead away from Aethelgard. It was a sign. Flicker's eyes followed the shimmering path. It was a faint, yet unmistakable trail of other pufflets, their own gentle glows marking a way through the clouds. Wisp's family was out there, searching, and Flicker's berries had given Whisp the strength to send out its own guiding light. The path to reunion was visible, but also distant, easy to lose in the vast sky. Flicker knew Whisp was too small, too new to its strength, to follow that winding path alone. The wind currents on Aethelgard could be tricky, and the path could vanish at any moment. Flicker looked at Whisp, then at the glowing berries. Flicker had given Whisp strength. Now they needed guidance. Flicker made a decision. They would help Whisp find its way. "Come, little one," Flicker chirped, a new confidence in their voice. With Whisp gently following, Flicker took to the air, navigating the familiar currents and hidden passages of the sky around Aethelgard. Flicker knew which winds would carry them smoothly, and which would be too strong, guiding Whisp along the shimmering echo of its family's path. They flew onwards, the morning light growing brighter. Then, in the distance, a sight that made Flicker's heart sing, a cluster of luminous clouds swirling gently, each one emitting a soft, welcoming glow. It was a blossom of pufflets, a whole family, waiting and calling out with soft, chiming hums. Wisp's family. Wisp, glowing with full strength, surged forward, a tiny, vibrant spark returning to its family. It merged into the soft, swirling cluster, met with gentle nudges and happy chimes from its cloud kin. Before disappearing fully into the embrace of its family, Wisp turned, brighter than ever, and gave Flicker a final, soft, grateful nudge, a silent thank you that warmed Flicker to their very core. Flicker watched Wisp become one with its family, a new, bright sparkle in the sky. Turning back towards Aethelgard, Flicker didn't feel the pang of lost berries. Instead, a new kind of sparkle bloomed in their own chest, a warmth that felt even brighter than the sparkle dew. Sharing had not diminished their world. It had made it larger, filled with a new kind of light. Back at their berry patch, the remaining sparkle dew berries seemed to glow even more vibrantly than before, perhaps reflecting the new light in Flicker's heart. Flicker gently polished a berry, no longer feeling the need to guard them so fiercely. Their little corner of Aethelgard felt even more peaceful, filled not just with berries, but with the memory of kindness and the joy of a shared light.